from every available source. We keep our eagle eye in order not to miss target.
Professionalism is never compromised because we deserve to have the facts undiluted. The Ogtv News goes the extra mile to uncover the untold stories.
Our dedicated teams strike daily from the north, east, west and south to serve you the news. Nothing but the news, from politics, economy,
Governance, sports, entertainment,
to international news. We spread our dragnet to deliver at your doorstep. Ogtv News, the cutting edge in 21st century news broadcast.
The first working day in the month of January 2025. You're welcome to our comprehensive news package for today on Ogun State Television. I am Simiat Abaru. First, the highlight. President Bola Tinubu tasked state governors on grassroots development and agriculture. Vice President Kashim Shettima shows Nigerians of economic turnaround. NDLEA arrests over 1,000 suspects, seizes 8.4 million kilograms of drugs in Kano. And on the foreign scene, 12 people killed in Montenegro shooting spree. And still to come up on the news. Global oil price rises to $74.80 per barrel on the first day of trade in 2025. I'll bring you details of this and more stories on the business segment of the news. I am Okweyemi Abdewumi. Happy New Year.
And on sport news tonight, Real Madrid will up second Alexander-Arnold bid. This and more much later on the news. I am Moses Ochewumi. Stay with us.
Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let the new year find you a better man. You can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and report, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple and Google Play stores. President Bola Tinubu is urging state governors to energize and encourage local government administration in their respective states to fast-track a holistic grassroots development across the country. The president was addressing the governors who paid him festive homage at his Lagos residence. The president also received leaders of the National Assembly.
I'm committed again to do much better, work harder, embrace intellectual inclusiveness to serve our nation, and be more courageous in everything we do. And we are resolute. And we will be there. We will take Nigeria to that promised land with you.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has emphasized the critical role of state governors in driving Nigeria's development and prosperity. The president said this during a New Year visit by the Vice President Kashim Shettima and members of the Nigeria Governors Forum at Izikoyi residence. The president explained that these efforts could boost food production and local manufacturing of essential goods, including medical supplies, and lead to lower living costs.
Yes, it means we just have to work harder and grow more. And the situation of our currency will improve. And the elastic limit and the economic variables will determine how far individual could go. And the agricultural value chain will depend on all of you. You own the land. Whatever I'm doing in agriculture is just a mere help to stimulate food production. The job is in your hand. I will drive that change as I wish it. You have the control of your local governments. Do what you expected of grassroots effectiveness and restoration of their hope is in your hand.
Vice President Kashim Shettima is also assuring Nigerians that the country's economy is now primed for a drastic turnaround in the new year. The number 2 citizen who was with his principal in Lagos for the New Year celebrations is also joining the president to receive visitors. Speaking to State House correspondent afterwards, Vice President Shettima says the renewed Hope administration has taken tough decisions in the interest of Nigerians, and the citizens will now begin to witness the positive result on their socio-economic lives.
And inshallah we shall have a very robust economic activities in the new year. I believe Nigerians will prosper. The economy has started picking up, and in the coming weeks and months, Nigerians will start smiling for the better. We are working assiduously with the National Assembly to come up with robust solutions to our national challenges. There is no nation that is immune to the economic headwinds across the world.
Nigerian leaders at different levels must be more nationalistic in their approach to national issues if the nation is to be taken to where it should be and take the lead on the African continent. Former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, gave the advice in his address at the 6th annual Thanksgiving service as the Asiwaju Onigbagbo of Ogun State held at Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Makere. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
The second day in 2025, dignitaries, including religious leaders, political leaders, top government functionaries, traditional rulers, executive members of the Christian Association of Nigeria, and faithful, joined the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, for the 6th annual Thanksgiving as the Asiwaju Onigbagbo of Ogun State. Chief Obasanjo, who stated that he would never allow anyone reduce him to the level of a Yoruba president, declared that he remains a national, African, and world leader, which is the position God has placed him. Hence, his decision to always give thanks to his creator.
Yoruba president, Yoruba man who is a Nigerian president, yes. And that is what I was. And that's why we were able to achieve what we were able to achieve.
A former Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation under President Obasanjo, Kanu Adabi, SAN, who used the opportunity to eulogize the Asiwaju Onigbagbo, said Chief Obasanjo is the common property, heritage, and asset to the nation, Africa, and the world at large.
He is a man whose experience is complete. He has fought in war. Placed upon him the mark of a sentence of death.
And the world.
Baba has done a lot in this world.
Touched so many lives. He has touched my life as well. He's my mentor, my father, my love, my everything.
It is a good thing for leaders to recognize the importance of Thanksgiving. God will continue to sustain him.
Thank you for all that God has used Obasanjo to do, not only, like he said, for Nigeria or for Africa and for the world.
Primate Okikiola Oshitelu, represented by Archbishop David Fabusoro in a sermon, said Thanksgiving is a celebration of the abundance of God and the opportunity to show appreciation to the giver of life. Prayers were offered for the Asiwaju Onigbagbo, Ogun State and Nigeria as Evangelist Ebenezer Obi Fabiyi led in praises and thanksgiving to God. Matthew Showumi, Ogtv News.
Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abeokuta, has charged the staff of the ministry to exhibit best form of professionalism, integrity and fear of God in the course of their duties as they proceed in the year 2025. Appreciating the entire management team and staffers of the ministry during the New Year prayer organized by the ministry in Abeokuta, Professor Arigbabu enjoined them not to relent but take every day as a new day with determination to put in their best in punctuality and showing positive and right attitude to work so as to achieve the set goal of the ministry for the year.
This is a new year. People will say new resolution. But for me, every day is the same. You should take every day as a new day and be determined. So you can drop whatever you think is not right and take a new leave this year. And God Almighty will bless us. Amen.
On her part, the permanent secretary in the ministry, Mrs. Oluwatosin Oloko, advised the staffers to judiciously use the working days of the week, imbibing the work ethics, give room for improvement, shun backbiting, and be consistent, saying this would enable the ministry sustain its lead position among others. The Director, Information and Communication Technology, Mr. Samuel Opanuga, and the Education Officer, Imam Abdulaziz Adebayo, respectively charged staffers to inculcate the habit of giving thanks to God in any situation, advocating peace and showing love to one another, saying this will go a long way in making the job easier and ascertain success. The entire members of staff of the Ogun State Television have been admonished to be up and doing in the discharge of their duties as efforts are underway to continue training and retraining of staff for optimal productivity. The General Manager of Ogun State Television, Mr. Tunde Kasim, stated this during the New Year prayer to usher in the first working day in the year 2025. The interdenominational prayers were held at the first floor corridor of the People's Telly. Benga Adekuya's report is presented in this package.
Members of the Ogtv staff converged on the first floor corridor of the station to usher in the new year with a special interdenominational prayers. In his Islamic sermon at the service, Alhaji Sulaiman Akorede noted that to succeed in the year 2025, the watchword must be loyalty, time consciousness, love, and respect for one another. Pastor Peter Falomo, in his message titled Celebrating God's Faithfulness, said the Holy Spirit should be the guide of everyone in the year 2025, emphasizing that without the Holy Spirit, man cannot survive.
The Lord God Almighty is assuring us. This is a word of assurance that I want us to go with in year 2025. At work, at home, on our journey, when you are traveling, just commit your way unto the Lord. He said He will fulfill it. As you are traveling for work, for assignments, maybe on your own, to Ijebu, Yewa, or wherever.
The General Manager of Ogun State Television, Ogtv, Abeokuta, Mr. Tunde Kasim, represented by the Deputy General Manager, Marketing and Sales in the corporation, Mr. Gbenga Sebiomo, solicited total cooperation from all members of staff for the growth of the state television, Ogun State, and Nigeria at large, promising training and retraining of staff.
It is through the efforts of some people that Ogtv is still existing up to now. And we are fortunate to be here today. And very soon, some of us will believe you. But while you are still here, you should be able to contribute positively towards the development of Ogtv. I think that should be our charge. We should improve upon what we met on ground, so that by the time we are leaving, we'll be happy that at least we have been able to do. We are able to contribute positively to the development of Ogtv.
Prayers were thereafter offered for the peace, progress, and well-being of the entire members of staff, Ogun State, and Nigeria at large.
Still ahead, ND earlier arrest 1,345 suspects, seizes 8.4 million kilograms of drugs in Kano. More news and report after the break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back. Ogun State workers have been charged to embrace innovation and adaptability in tackling emerging challenges in their work sector to demonstrate greater dedication and commitment to their duties in the new year. These admonitions were from the General Manager of the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, Mrs. Tony Shugbeso, as well as the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transportation, Mr. Adesoji Adewiyi, during their separate New Year interdenominational prayer services and New Year charge, respectively. Olaide Oloye completes the report.
On the first working day of the new year 2025, members of staff of the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, OGBC, gathered for the interreligious prayer session and thanksgiving for the past year and to mark the beginning of the year 2025 work activities. In their usual practice, the short service kick-started with a devotional prayer session, praises, and thanksgiving for God's guidance, provision, and mercies for the outgone year's achievements. Pastor Ezekiel Kayode Ajibade from the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry, Obadaoko, emphasized commitment and determination in the new year.
Be a peacemaker. Don't be a troubleshooter. This is a new year. He said, my peace have I given to you, not as the world has given it unto you.
Prayer session for God's guidance, Ogun State, the leadership, and the entire workforce of the corporation was led by Alhaji Idris Adilakun. The General Manager of the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, Mrs. Toyin Shobeson, while welcoming everyone to the new year, commended their efforts in the outgone year and also encouraged them to do more in the year 2025 for a successful year.
We did it in 2024 through the help of God. We're able to see favor before God, before the government, and before men. I want to thank all our numerous clients and customers who have patronized us in 2024. Let's do it together again in 2025, because without them, we cannot sustain ourselves. So I want to charge them that whatever it is that we're not doing right, there's room for improvements. Our doors are open for constructive criticisms, and we're ready to take them and work on them and make OGBC better for it.
Also, in a bid to foster improved service delivery and enhance operational efficiency, the Commissioner for Transportation, Engineer Olubenga Dairo, through the Permanent Secretary, Adesoji Adewi, emphasized the importance of teamwork, professionalism, and accountability in achieving the ministry's objectives.
We have enormous tasks that we want to achieve this year, and by the grace of God, with my workers, with their cooperation, my cooperation, and I know by the grace of God, we are going to achieve success. Like our governor, our indefatigable governor, our project governor, is Mr. Project in Ogun State. So we want to assure him that Ministry of Transportation will coexist, will cooperate, and make sure that all his program is achieved in this year 2025.
Generally, the workers were commended for their impeccable contributions to the growth and development of Ogun State and their respective agencies and ministries. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
The Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy has organized a powerful interdenominational prayer service to mark the resumption of work for information and public relations officers in the state. The event, which took place at the ministry's secretariat in Okemo, Abeokuta, served as both a spiritual renewal and a call for divine guidance as the state embarks on a new year of governance and public service. Aderonke Oladele completes the report.
In a show of unity and dedication to the work ahead, the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy commenced its first working day of 2025 with an interdenominational prayer. The prayer session, attended by members of staff of the ministry, was designed to seek God's favor and direction for the year 2025 with a mix of Christian and Muslim prayers, uniting people of various denominations in collective devotion and thanksgiving. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy in the state, Mr. Waid Adeshino, noted the need for proactiveness to carry out responsibilities effectively in the new year.
The management will continue to do our very best to provide a enabling environment for us. So if we are ready on our part to do this,
while putting trust in God's promises.
We have to we want to do a good thing in our lives, in our families, in every aspect of our life. We should be motivated maybe we want to do other things that are good of the model. Let us start with our refugee, our young people, and innovation.
The service included a variety of prayers, including those for information and public relations officers to carry out their duties with integrity, professionalism, and a deep sense of service to the people, and also for the peace and prosperity of the country at large. Aderonke Oladele, Ogtv News.
Ogun State Housing Corporation has assured of its commitment to continually build residential communities in every nook and crannies of Ogun State, positioning the state as the most successful builder of affordable homes in West Africa. This was said during the Thanksgiving and prayer session to mark the commencement of work in 2025 at the premises of the corporation Ibara Housing Estate, Okeliwo, Abeokuta. Bolaji Samson completes the report.
Workers at the Ogun State Housing Corporation have been charged to cultivate the habit of gratitude to God in all situations and be dedicated to work this year so as to enjoy more blessings from God that will yield greater testimonies in all areas of their life at the end of the year. The General Manager of Ogun State Housing Corporation, Estate Surveyor Olawale Ojo, gave the charge at the corporation during the special prayer session and Thanksgiving to mark the commencement of work in 2025, thanking God for his protection over every worker for individual and collective achievement recorded in 2024 by all members of staff.
All our schemes have been delivered, a gated community. They come with tarred roads, they come with electricity, they come with water. And I'm proud to say, very, very proudly, that by the special grace of God, Ogun State has done beautifully well.
It was emphasized that civil servants are the engine room and the backbone of any government that wants to be successful, urging workers to be committed to their duties this year, adding that both God and men appreciate and reward diligence.
We want them to be more dedicated, to be people who understand what it means to appreciate good things. By the special grace of God in the past years, under the administration of Prince Dr. Abeokuta, Ogun State Housing Corporations have been highly favored. All our projects, they have been funded timely and funded, sustainably.
They were equally urged to align themselves with a vision to be a worker-oriented, business-friendly facilitator of easy home ownership in Ogun State. Bolaji Samson, Ogtv News.
And away from Ogun State, now to Rivers State. The Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has signed the 1.1 trillion naira 2025 budget into law. Fubara, in a speech after signing the bill into law, thanked the Victor Kojumbo-led State Assembly for doing a good job. The governor insisted that the only House of Assembly existing in the state was the one led by Okojumbo. The governor made this assertion while signing the 2025 appropriation bill amounting to 1.1 trillion naira into law a week after submitting it to the Okojumbo-led assembly. Fubara declared that Martins Ameule and 26 other members who defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress ceased to be recognized as legislators despite their recent effort at recanting their actions. The governor emphasized that despite granting them ample time to reconsider their stance, the decision to disqualify them is final and irreversible. He said no governor in Nigeria has endured the level of disrespect he had endured, adding that his focus remains on steering Rivers State towards greater accomplishment. He said the appropriation provides for spending till December 31st, 2025 and contains 12 sections. The Kano State Commander of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency says it arrested 1,345 suspects. The state commander, Abubakar Idris Ahmed, made this known in an interview with newsmen. He said the suspects arrested comprised 1,301 males and 44 females. Idris Ahmed said the illicit substances seized included hemp, cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, codeine, and other 5 million tablets of tramadol. He said the commander also secured the 128 convictions of various drug-related offenses. According to him, the agency conducted 1,140 drug integrity tests for aspiring candidates for council elections to promote responsible leadership and good governance. He also said that 101 drug addicts were counseled and rehabilitated through the agency's rehabilitation program, which has helped the individuals to be reintegrated into the society. We'll take a break now. When we return, it will be time for the business news. Please stay with us. Welcome to the business segment of the news. Global oil price rose slightly on Thursday, the first day of trade in 2025. Brent crude future rose to $78.80 a barrel by 0.547 GMT, gaining 17 cents or 0.06%, while the U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude future gained 19 cents or 0.26% to $71.91 a barrel. Brent had risen by 65 cents on Tuesday, New Year's Eve, with WTI closed 73% on the same day. Global oil prices fluctuated throughout 2024 due to conflicts in the Middle East and a decrease in China's oil demand. Nigeria's broad money supply M2 soared by 51% year-on-year to reach 108.96 trillion naira in November 2024, followed by increasing domestic borrowings by the federal government, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. This increase represents a sharp rise from the 72.03 trillion naira recorded in the same period, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria's money and credit statistics released on Monday. M2 encompasses cash and demand deposits, savings deposit, money market deposits, and time deposits, serving a broad measure of liquidity in the economy. The federal government has commenced the implementation of the 2024 withholding tax regulations, signaling efforts to modernize Nigerian tax system. Approved by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in July 2024 and published in the official Gazette in October, the revised regulation became effective on January 1, 2025. Formally titled the Deductions of Tax at Source Withholding Regulations 2024. The updated regulation is designed to streamline compliance processes, reduce inefficiencies, and ease administrative burdens for businesses. These changes are particularly aimed at small and medium enterprises, manufacturers, producers, and farmers, sectors considered vital to Nigeria's economic stability and growth. The official exchange rate between the Naira and the United States dollars ended in 2024 at 1,535 Naira per dollar, an analysis of data from the Central Bank of Nigeria has shown. This was a 40.9% depreciation over the year when compared to the official rate at the close of 2023, which stood at 907.11 Naira per dollar. The significant depreciation comes amid the CBN's introduction of several foreign exchange policies aimed at enhancing market transparency and attracting foreign investors. These measures included reforms such as the unification of FS window under the Nigerian foreign exchange market and the introduction of the Nigerian FS Code, which mandated ethical conduct and governance among market participants. The year saw the CBN aggressively expand market-friendly policies to stabilize the FS market and attract foreign investment. Finally, the Nigerian Data Protection Commission has said it will start imposing heavy fines against businesses that are handling Nigerians' data, otherwise referred to as data controllers and data processors, starting this year. The National Commissioner of the Commission, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, disclosed this in his outlook for the year. According to him, NDPC up until now has not fined any company, but that will start this year as it begins massive enforcement of the Nigerian Data Protection Act, while noting that the Commission would begin the second phase of its 2023 to 2027 roadmap this year. Olatunji said the NDPC would also be creating jobs through data protection as part it trained last year. And that was the business news. Many thanks for watching. We'll now go back to Simeon for the rest of the bulletin. Do stay with us.